Hi Cancers, it's Nick and Nala, your favorite multi-poo. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. This is for all my Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women. So we're now covering March 14th till the 20th. And this week, guys, on the 18th, which is actually my birthday, little Nick's birthday, we have a full moon in Virgo at 27 degrees. Okay, so the mutable signs will be feeling this the most. Of course, Virgos, Pisces, Geminis, Sagittarius, especially those with planets around 27 degrees. And on the same day, we have the Sun sextiling Pluto and Venus sextiling Chiron. So there's a lot of 9 energy, 3 9s in the sky during this, at this time. On the 18th, 1 plus 8, 9, 27 degrees, 2 plus 7, 9, and full moon in Virgo, 9, the Hermit card in the tarot. So I feel like this is the last big release of this season, kind of ending off, closing off Pisces season, aka the winter, and ushering into spring. So we may feel collectively like a big amount of anxiety and worries, but then it quickly kind of goes away. Some, it may be quick, for others it may be a little bit slower, but it's like that last big release of the year of, any of your past experiences, so that you can now be clean and have a reset, a fresh new start, because in a few days on the 20th we'll be entering Aries season. So moving from mutable water, Pisces, into cardinal fire, Aries, the flame, the spark. Okay, for me, Aries season is like the New Year's, and I think you guys can probably agree with me. Aries season usually feels different. The flowers start blooming, there's new energies, people are going on vacation, on spring break. The vibe is different. So utilize this full moon to kind of release everything from their past, learn from the experiences, so you can now have room or space to experience new things. Okay, so I really like this energy for this week. It's just like a big transition in the sky. So we'll probably feel that shift in the air this week for sure. Okay. All right. So we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have links to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. Okay. Also, by the way, I just made a TikTok. If you guys didn't know, if you want to follow me on there, it's kind of just for fun, but I'll also be posting some spiritual stuff, but it's going to be a mix of everything. Okay. All right. So my beautiful Cancerians, when it comes to your health, what's coming to me is you're playing with fire. You're playing with fire. And this is not in a negative way, oh, you're gonna burn yourself, be careful, don't do that. It's more you're cooking something up, or you're sparking the flame, you're spicing things up. Maybe you're adding extra spices or condiments to your food, to your cooking than you usually would. You want things more flavorful. I see you maybe be in the kitchen, maybe you're kind of cooking things up, or you're preparing something, or you're getting inspired to oh, I saw this recipe, okay, I'm gonna try this. It's maybe you could even be craving spicier foods, or foods with more flavor, more soul, more red, warm tone foods like red, orange, yellow, more spices. I know some of you maybe don't like spicy foods or certain condiments, but it just feels like you're spicing things up, or you're adding more flavor to your life. Or maybe you're actually doing something around the fire. Maybe you're a chef, you're a cook, but it just feels, whatever this means to you, you're playing with fire. And I feel like this is inspiration, motivation. Maybe you're gonna go out there and be more active, or you're planning to play some sports outside, or you're preparing for something, but it feels like you have a lot of energy inside of you that's gonna be cooking up, brewing. Okay, you're warming up the pan, warming up the stove to cook something delicious. It's the preparation work is going in. So I feel really good vibes, and I feel your energy kind of ramping up and getting stronger, especially as we are kind of moving in closer to your season. Of course, we still got to move through spring, but at the beginning of summer, it's kind of your time. So it's you're being prepared for this. So I feel good energy for your health. You could be feeling just younger than ever, having more fun, or just feeling more inspired, wanting to be more active. Okay. All right. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, it feels like this is the week where you may get a break. Maybe you're calling off, or you get some time off possibly, or you're going to be on spring break, or whatever the case is, or you're having the opportunity to not work as hard. Maybe you still have to work or go to school or get things done, but maybe it's a little easier. It's a little lighter load, not as busy of a schedule. I see you not being as busy this week. Maybe it's like voluntarily you're taking some time off, or you're calling off, or you're just not as busy. Like you can kind of like coast, you can kind of chill, take some phone calls here and there, or do some little bit side work, but I feel like you get to relax. So you may get a break this week, or you just don't have to work as hard, okay? Maybe some people are helping you, or you can kind of sip on your pina colada under your tree by the beach, right? What a life. But it just feels like you kind of get a break. So you may not be as worked up or as stressed out or as busy this week, which is maybe a good thing. You can kind of relax, live your life, right? Okay, and then when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating life, on your side here, we have the 9 of Crystals, the Magician in reverse, and the 10 of Crystals. Okay, all right. And then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. So on this side, we have Ace of Swords, if I can grab it, Page of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with, well, it could be a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But of course, it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time. So it could be any sign, but I get more so fire or air. And I feel like they could be younger, possibly than you. And if not by age, maybe by experience, or they look maybe younger than their age, or maybe they act younger than their age. Maybe they could act a little bit immature. It seems like that's probably more so the case. They probably just have acted or are a little bit immature because they may have made an impulsive move on you that now they're looking back and regretting, like biting their lip, like, oh, why did I do that? Like, I'm an idiot. Why did I do that? So it looks like what's happened here, either this has already happened or maybe is kind of going on right now. This person impulsively just cuts you off. They break things off with you, or they stop talking to you, or they ghost you, or they just like all of a sudden just switch up on you. Either they cut you off, they break up with you, or they stop talking to you, or they ghost you, some kind of detachment. And you're like, okay. Or maybe they had the decency, hopefully, to talk to you, say, hey, you know, Cancer, blah, 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 blah. I don't feel like we're a match, or whatever. Either way, they are breaking free, or they pushed you away for whatever reason. But it was kind of very impulsive. Like you were like, what? Like everything was kind of going well. I thought we were getting along. Did I do something? I don't feel like I changed. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. So it could have took you by surprise, but you didn't let it bother you as much. Like it could have bothered you, of course. Sorry, my bun is bothering me. It's like, it's really, my hair is naturally straight, right? So when I try to put in a bun, it's kind of hard to like, for it to like stick, unless it's like kind of curly or messy, it's like falls apart. Anyways, you don't want to know my problems, first world problems. So they did something impulsive, and they did it because they're afraid of missing out. They had FOMO, fear of missing out, hanging out with their buddies or their girlfriends and going out, flirting, being with other people, not knowing that that's not really, it's fun for a little bit, and then you get over it, and then you realize, oh, all these people are not even really worth my time. I had something really good actually at home, or back where I was. So they impulsively maybe cut you off or stopped talking to you or ghosted you, whatever the case is, and we're trying to be all flirty and talk to other people or entertain other things, thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. But the grass is greener where you water it, right? Where you kind of tend to it, pay attention to it. And they figured, no, the grass was fake. It wasn't even real. It looked bright green, but it was fake grass. And after a while, it starts to smell because other dogs and cats and stuff pee poo on it. No, seriously, have you ever passed by like fake grass? Like I've had, when I walk Nala sometimes, there's a few houses that have fake grass and it smells so bad because other pets, other dogs have like pee there, just like stays, like, ugh, that's disgusting. Anyways, but I see here that like, for you, it's like ever since you left, I've been winning. Ever since you left, I've been thriving. That's like maybe your mentality where like you didn't see it as a loss. You're like, okay, fine. Like, I guess I wasn't your cup of tea. That's cool. It doesn't mean that I'm not, you know, great, because I think I'm amazing. It feels like you've been in your bag, if you know the term. Like I've been in my bag, I've been studying, focusing on school, on my business, on my career, on my life goals. And it feels like you've been putting all that energy into yourself, and you haven't been looking as being single as like, oh, you know, I feel sorry for myself. You're like, no, this is a time for me to work on myself, to grow as a person. And if the universe took this person away, it's okay. It just means they're not for me, and that's okay. Maybe it hurt a little bit. I was disappointed, but I'm not gonna let that put my, you know, hurt my self-esteem or make me feel like I'm not good enough, because I know I'm good enough. I'm doing this for me. And the right person's going to come in my life who's going to value me and accept me for who I am and see how amazing I am. So you maybe have been single or recently single, but you've been putting your energy into your work, your career, your goals, your dreams, all that stuff, and it's been paying off, or it's going to start to pay off, and you're pouring that love into yourself that this person or other people have not poured into you. And you're realizing, you know, I just got to like do this on my own and not depend. The beauty and the magic and like the light that I see in other people is really just what I see in myself. I see the best in people because that's how I see myself. And once you realize that, you realize how like much time or energy you wasted on people who really like weren't even that great. You were just seeing the reflection of you in them. And it feels like there's abundance coming your way, and also a person who's going to value you and want a serious relationship with you if that's something you're looking for. But it feels like here, if your love life is a mess, it's like everything else is going really well or is going to be improving. Like your finances could be doing well. You could be doing well at school or getting accepted or finding a job or meeting the right people that are actually aligned with you. And you'll realize that probably the next person you meet and the future person is probably the person that's more suited for you, is a better match for you, and actually probably has better qualities than this person that you thought was like, oh, amazing, but really they weren't. And now this person is looking back and reflecting and be like, man, you know what? Like maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I jumped to conclusions, or I got too excited and I thought I could find better. Or that I feel like they thought they were better than they actually are. You know, not that anyone's better than anyone, because I don't feel like that even matters or exists. We're all just like on different phases in our life, you know? So it feels like now they're kind of regretting what they did, or regretting leaving you, or you know, just ghosting you or cutting you off, and are stuck in their own head because they're like, they did something really quick, maybe without really thinking things through. And now that they're having time to reflect and maybe see you thriving, see you growing, see you not being unbothered, you're winning at life, you're improving, you're pouring into yourself, you're loving yourself, they're like, oh man, like maybe I messed up. You're having like buyer's remorse, except they didn't buy. They're having remorse of not buying, of not investing more into you and pulling out too soon. You know, it's kind of like when someone invests in like, you know, in something, stocks and crypto, and then you sell too fast, and then right after you sell, it starts to skyrocket. You're like, wow, why did I do that? That's the same energy that I feel here. They see you skyrocketing and they're like, dang it, why did I sell too fast? Man, I missed out. Those were amazing gains I could have had, you know? So feels like they acted impulsively, they acted too quick, acted too soon, and didn't really think things through, because you were actually the investment that they should have invested in, because with you, they probably would have been winning too. You would have been encouraging them as well. And now you're winning alone. So it's like more for me, less for you, your loss, sorry. So we're going to be continuing on and extended to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. So we'll continue on and extended, link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care guys, and I wish you guys all the best. Bye.